Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Junk Art by Cormier and Sen-Foong Lim. They worked together as designers, and they did Acrotiri, which was fantastic. And this is published by Pretzel Games, and I have it out a little bit here because it is a box within a box. We don't need this anymore for now. But in here, we have stuff. And this actually, where is it? Oh, it opens up, and I'll lean it here. And this is a balanced dexterity game for adults, I guess you would say. Comes with a number of really interesting components, and what players are doing is they are building. And you play in a variety of cities, and each city has a different sort of set of rules on how it works and how it plays, and whether you're trying to be the tallest, and it has a little tape measure in here, whether you're trying to get the most points for the pieces you use. So a whole length and variety of rules, and you know, you're gonna be getting and selecting from pieces and having to deal with the idea. And I mean, there's some really weird and hard to use pieces in this game, right? So it has this leveled up dexterity junk art challenge. I don't know how much, you know, you start hitting that artistic piece to it. I mean, I guess you do a little bit. It's no, yeah, there's a little bit more agency in The Great Dinosaur Rush, I think, artistically. But you make some cool, weird-looking stuff. Component quality is fantastic, well-designed, well-balanced. It really works. There's very little negative I can say about it, though interestingly, my biggest challenge with this game is I felt that I was taken aback at how hard the entry-level experience was for this game. Not so much in the balancing and the dexterity, but you have like this card drafting thing you're doing in like the first city where you start with 4 cards and you set 2 aside, and then you take 2 and you hand one this way and you hand one this one. You know, sometimes I have to say, you don't need to design every single piece, right? Like, and I got into a big argument. I've played it more since, but I got into a big argument with Seth because he was explaining to me, this is a designer guy, Seth Johnson, explaining to me why the designers did it that way and why you need to do this, or otherwise players don't have choice, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why does my first experience with this game, building stuff, have to be so confusing that I lost my kids, right? Like, there's no reason this game shouldn't also be for children. And the fact that it sort of skews designery in the mechanics, which makes it work. I mean, it's smart. It's well done. But, like, I just didn't feel like it should have dropped a 6 and a 9-year-old on the floor. Like, I didn't think it needed to do that. I've since made a more entry-level, easy-to-play start that you can get people playing. You can scale it down so that you can be playing, the adults can be doing the more complicated things, the kids can be doing the more lighter things. But I think that was the miss. The miss was, in a sense, highfalutenness, if you will. Look, this hard not to say this is fantastic, right? Component, idea, the way it's done, the way it's different, really, really cool. I think there was a slight missed ramp opportunity when you say, what, and I think it's doing well, so I don't even know if there's any merit to it, but like what could be a product that goes really high, but I mean, you know, probably with the exception of a 3 and under, why couldn't this have had the, there was a game I played once, I can't remember the name of it, but it had like, oh, it was 7 Dragons. 7 Dragons. I don't know if I have it on my shelf anymore. But it had rules that were like, here's how you play it with 4 and under. Here's how you play it with 6 years old. Here's how you play it with it. And it scaled it. And I think there could have been that in here. And I think there still could possibly be in a future edition because I suspect this game is going a long way. So, it's certainly recommended. Don't let that little gripe suggest that it's not recommended. These guys did a fantastic job. And kudos to being able to make a high-quality product like this. So anyway, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.